Hello and welcome to Pioneer Map. This is episode 23, and in this episode, as you can see, it's snowing. Going to feed the cows, make sure they're okay, give them some water. Then we've got a huge grass field to plant once the snow clears, and we'll also be planting a big oat field. We'll be doing a lot of that on jump cuts and little fast plays, just that it doesn't become too boring. Once that's done, we've pretty much done all the fields that we're going to do on this section of the map. We've got a little bit of area still to develop, but that'll be for the dairy cows, which, yes, is very exciting news. We had a huge town council meeting, and I was voted as business development officer for the town council by the rest of the council members, which I'm pretty chuffed about. And a lot of discussions were had. One of the first was that we need to develop a dairy industry. We need to have cheese, we need to have milk available, and to that end we will be developing a dairy farm or a dairy section just in front of the meat section, or cow meat section of this farm. And then we'll have a cheese production area up in the production area in the sort of centre of the farm. We also decided that long term we need to create some sort of relaxation area and holiday area around the river, and we'll eventually be creating hotels and campsites that'll go along the river for not only the people of the area but also to attract some tourism. Right, as you see, as you may have noticed, we just filled up the water because the snow cover is so heavy. Even though they've still got some feed, I'm going to add some additional feed just in case they need to get hold of that. It's unlikely that they'll be grazing off the ground at the moment, the cows, or the cattle should I say. So we'll just put another two bales of hay up near the feed so that the stockmen can just keep on topping up their food troughs. They should have plenty of water. It's probably not going to be using a lot of water because of the snow. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting news. The other news is that we've been given a extended line of credit with the local bank, as and when needed. We may have to draw on that to get the dairy operation going. Once again, the dairy operation and the dairy herd and the milking will all be done by local members of the public, so providing some more work opportunities, which I'm pretty happy about, and I know that the council is happy about. There's also been a name put forward for this area, and the vote will be taking place before the next episode, so watch out for that in the next episode. Could be some pretty exciting news. I'm going to build a little bit of a new access, just pretty rough at the moment, going down the side here, just to join up to the road so that we've got more than one access to the farm area. It's not very pretty at this stage. We'll come and sort that out and make it look more official. Right now I'm going to just sell the rest of the silage we have. Might not be all of it, but we'll sell the bulk of it, see how much we can make. How much have we got to sell? 186,000 litres odd. I should realise about $30,000. It's probably be one of the last times that we'll be selling silage on a regular basis, because in future all the silage will be going to be making total mixed ration for the dairy cows. So we might have some spare that we can sell on occasion. Right, so this is the end of the third load that we've got, and we'll just kind of see where we get to. Yes, it's taking a long time to unload. Can't wait to see what it is. It's bated breath. There we go. So we're up to about 127,000 now. Started at 60,000, so it was 60,000 odd on that. I can't complain about that. Making some good money. Right, the snow's all gone. Finished ploughing the field, getting it ready for oats. Just this little bit left. Right, that's all done. Right, so now we're going to head off down to the store, and we're going to buy a seeder. We have in the past just leased seeders, but we're going to buy a seeder now. We've got all these fields that are going to have to be seeded pretty much every year, so I think the investment is worth it. And we'll buy the one that we've been using all the time, the Pottinger, 109,000, but we can't complain about that. It will be working quite hard. Seasonal, of course, but it will be working quite hard. We'll get that back to the farm. And once we're in the farm, we'll start planting the grass field. Back at the farm, let's get this all filled up. I think we've still got small amounts of seed and fertilizer left from the last operation. I don't think there's a hang of a lot, but we might as well just put that in first. Then we'll go and top up from the silo. Go and buy some more seed and fertilizer. I think we'll have to use a couple of... We'll have to refill a couple of times before the end of this planting period. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing this on sort of jump cuts and fast plays, just to get through it. They are rather large fields, and you've seen me plant and roll and plenty of times already. But just to keep some sort of continuity, I will go through. We'll show little bits and pieces of it as we go along. Let's get this filled up, and then we'll get over to the grass field and go and plant some grass. Starting to get the second full taped now. Kind of know where it is. That's all done. Off we go. First time planting in our own planter. Well, with our own seeder, not planter. Get it set to grass. So when I was building this road, we did make a bit of a mistake. Well, the lads that were building the road made a bit of a mistake, should I say. And they cleared a little bit into the field, but we'll sort that out at a later stage. Right now I just want to get this grass field planted. It's going to take quite a while. I'll be sitting in this tractor for ages this month. Don't worry, we won't show it all to you. I'll do a quick time lapse just to show you the scope of the field again, and then after that I'll jump cut to most probably the oats field. Right, do this to a bit of music. Right, that's the size of the whole lot. Pretty big. Just get a worker going on it, I think. In the meantime, I'm going to just top up the seeds for the allotments. They've got plenty of water, they've got plenty of manure. That just might be, but they've still got plenty of seed, but I'd rather that there's enough seed there for them to carry on. I think every day I'll just fill up either water, seed or manure, just to make sure that there's enough there that the workers of the allotments don't have to come knocking on my door for saying, why haven't you kept it up to, or why haven't we supplied them enough, whatever it might be. At this stage we're making, it's probably about 60,000 a day out of all the allotments and the production units, so we can't scoff at that. And of course all the workers are making a, well, not exactly a like amount, but making a good living out of it. Of course, at the end of the day we take the risk. And of course do all the paying of the facilities, etc. Right, so that's that grass field planted. This last little stretch. Once this is done, we'll get over to the other big field. We'll plant that with oats, and then we'll just wait on harvest season. It's going to be a lot of work. We've got a lot of fields, we've got a lot of crops to bring in, a lot of harvesting to be done. I think we'll have to lease a fairly big harvester, so that's going to be quite an expense. I don't think we'll be in a position to buy a harvester this season, maybe next season or the season after, but it's, at this stage it's probably pointless buying a small one when you see the size of the oats field that we're going to be doing. We might as well get a decent size mid-range harvester so that it's easier, small enough to handle the smaller fields and big enough to handle this big field. Just get the headland done again quickly so you can pretty much see the scope of the field. Yeah, so the area to the right here is where we're going to be developing the dairy farm area. Right, just finished part of it's a big field. We haven't done it all at this stage. Got the roller going at the same time. Just set it off on the worker again, and then I'll jump into the seeder. It needs to be refilled. I'll pop off and go and refill it while the field is being rolled. Yeah, so let me know what you think about the proposed name. Lago Granja, which essentially means large farm. Very, very simple, but it sounds good. Should we just about get some? We might as well just fill up the fertilizer as well, and we'll get back and set this off again. This seeder has worked rather well. I'm quite happy with it. It's the right size for the tractor we have at the moment, our workhorse, our pride and joy of the farm. I do like that little shot there where you had planting and the rolling all in one shot. Right, so we've just jump cut pretty much to the end of the planting. We'll get this, once this is done, we'll get this back to the farm area, to the yard area. Give it a bit of a wash, I think. Been working pretty hard. I don't think it'll really be needed now until next season. Thinking we might put up a shed to put it in, because I think we'll put up a shed next to the other shed in the yard where this can park until next season. It means we don't have to empty it. I suppose technically we should really empty it, but if we keep it under cover, I think we should be alright. There might be little bits of planting to be done, but I doubt it. We're coming to the end of a planting marathon. There we go, done and dusted. Drone in the trees again. Give it a quick wash. Give the tractor bit of a once over as well. Yes, as I was saying, I'm going to put up a shed just next to the implement shed that we have in the yard. gosh, it does a good job. Case International 7150. I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Best value tractor on this around. Maybe not the nicest looking, but the best value. I mean, pretty much since we sold the little Massey Ferguson that we found at the beginning of the game, this has pretty much done every job on the farm. Oh, and I don't think I took through, but we did buy another newer little Massey, just mainly to help out with the stock with the animals, and it can do some other small jobs around. Yeah, this little one. Not huge horsepower, it's only about 140 something odd horsepower, I think, but it looks good. It's got that slight drop nose, so it's quite easy to use with the front loader for doing the grass bales. Very happy with it. Let's just get this finished, and I think we'll call it a day. So thank you for watching this episode. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode, where hopefully we'll start planning out the dairy farm, the dairy section of this farm. Really looking forward to that. We'll also know for sure whether the name, the area's name, farm name, has been approved by the council. Has to be approved by them, and if it is, we will finally have a name for our operation. Thank you for watching, and cheerio.